All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our fabulous and awesome earthquake lab. Yes, we are going to be doing lesson 13 today of unit 4, okay? So we have prepped for this on Monday. We had folks sign up for certain builds, folks sign up to be data takers, and awesomeness that is about to occur. We have talked about earthquakes, we have talked about seismic waves, and all the good stuff that we are going to do today. So just as a little prep to make sure that you guys are all ready for this, we did talk about the fact that this lab involves also creating a seismic data table. You can construct this at home if you're interested. You have the lab document on your own online school, and I've sent it to you. Tatum, before I started recording, brought up a really good point. If you guys do try making this at home, the one thing that I always ran into was the string dangling over the side didn't make very good contact with the pen down here and the paper. Okay? All right. The pen and the paper would often skip around because it's not very taut. Okay? And Tatum had a really good idea. She says, well, why don't you go ahead and use maybe a pipe cleaner or something, because then maybe it would keep it just a little bit more rigid but still be flexible. So that's a great idea. Okay? All right. I will scroll down and see if we have any other delays. I'm going to go ahead and hop off the mic just for a second, see if they catch up. Be right back. All right, I took off the drawing tools for a minute as well, and the chat tools, because that seems to help as well. Okay, howdy do. And then the other thing that we are doing this time is we talked about the fact that we were going to go a little bit more tech on this one, and I showed you all a great seismometer app that you could download. If you were able to download an app on perhaps a portable device, a tablet that you might have at home, because naturally they take advantage of the sensor that are in these devices to know whether or not that you have this stating upwards or downwards or sideways. So this is a great app that we have available for us today. You can use it on Android, Google Play, etc. It is a seismometer app, and it is the one from SkyPaw. I find it really nice because it does not have any little blips or any kind of ads or anything like that come up. So it is very nice because it doesn't have any nasty advertising. And of course, it's free. And it's really easy to use. We have learned, though, that it's really nasty on battery power on your mobile devices. So if you have noticed that it is using up and sucking down the battery power, it does. Okay? All right. Any questions or comments on that before we progress?
How do you make the, the seismometer work? It is the one from SkyPaw, but it's like doing random shaking when I'm not even moving it, so.
Well, that is true, because what it's doing is...
It's supposed to be really sensitive.
Yeah, right. Because naturally you could stop it and start it, but it is picking up on all the vibrations. And you'll notice that if you stick this on a chair or on a little table or on a rolly chair or whatever, and you start shaking it, you're going to get some really cool readings compared to if it's just sitting there on your desk and getting the occasional nudge. Because as we discussed Tuesday and Monday, of course it's picking up on the vibrations. And that's, of course, what they use to see how hard an earthquake has hit, the tremors, and possibly predict damage and things like that. Okay? All right. That's all right, Katie. I'm sure your iPad will last. It only needs a certain battery power. And we're not necessarily going to take readings exactly off of it, but you can actually have it on your table with your structure if you built one. And it is really cool because you can tell if you're doing it a little shakeage, and you can tell whether you're doing it a lot of shakeage. Okay? All right. One last thing, and then we were going to get starting with the shaking, is I just want to do a little check-in with you on the fact that a lot of you often ask me, what about the lesson assessment? Well, ladies and gentlemen, the fact that you're here today, give yourselves a thumbs up, because if you follow the procedures in the Construct the Seismograph activity and buildings, that counts for your lesson assessment. The other thing you need to give yourself a thumbs up for if you are here today is the fact that your data is going to be recorded. And you also have the ability to record the data in your student pages as well. Okay? So thumbs up for you. Okay? Okay. So let me go back to our fabulous screen.